Is it okay like this?
Can you hear us now, man?
Can you hear us now? Nu wel. Ja? Is het ook hard genoeg nu? I'm just talking in Dutch with them for the...
Yeah.
Is het hard genoeg? Ik heb de microfoon weggehaald. Yeah, we're live.
It's okay, it's all good. No, it's all good. Alright, so.
Yeah, nu wel. I believe it's okay with the sound. Hi Brett, what's up buddy?
Yeah, good to hear you, mate.
Brett is here in London too. There's an event from Rotolight, and Jason Lanier is now giving a workshop. And we've seen the first round, so we're doing an interview now in the second round. And yeah, we're doing alright here. Did you get the tour here?
Yes, I did. It was absolutely amazing. I never knew that this place existed, and also how many famous movies have been made here.
Yeah.
I mean, you obviously think that the movie industry revolves around Hollywood, but I think this is the center of the movie industry. It's really amazing.
Yeah, it's really nice. I've been to the set from Star Wars.
Yes,
Star Wars
with a big blue screen.
Yeah, with the big blue screen.
Wow.
Yeah. So we've seen Star Wars earlier than you. You know, not rolling, but
yeah,
it's okay. We've seen the decor. Green. There's not a green screen, a blue screen.
Yeah.
A really big blue screen, like a football field, I think. Yeah.
And really high too.
Really high too. Yeah, really nice. So we've been here on the event, and I was talking to Brett. And Brett, tell us a little bit of yourself. Who's Brett Florens?
Well, I'm a photographer, a stills photographer. I've been a photographer for around 22, 23 years now. I don't want to give away my age, but I've been in the industry for a very long time. I actually was a police photographer in South Africa during the apartheid era, and obviously my photographic career started shooting film. And you know, when we used to shoot film, 400 ISO was pretty much the furthest you could go. If you wanted to shoot at lower light, you could maybe push the 400, but you had to tell the guy at the lab, and the whole roll. Yeah, but the whole roll had to be shot on 800 or you know 1600 if you wanted to. So just witnessing the progression of digital, because let's all face it, when digital first came out, it wasn't that great.
No, right? It was really crap.
But now it's unbelievable, and the availability of the cameras that can almost see in the dark has opened up a whole new area that photographers can now explore in lower light conditions. So you know, lights like the Neo enable us to shoot amazing images relatively cheaply in pretty much dark conditions. You know, and that wasn't, I mean, 10 years ago that was impossible.
No, impossible to do. You started with photography on analog?
Yes.
With, how do you call it? The photography?
Film,
yeah. On what's dead people?
Oh yeah, or forensic photography.
Forensic, yeah.
You can call it still life.
Still life, yes.
Yeah.
Still life.
Laugh. That's not
sorry.
No, it's not politically correct.
No, not still life, but
yeah.
And then
It's funny though.
It was a funny one. So I'm still living inside. So sorry.
No, so then the progression from photographing forensic scenes, you know, murders and politically motivated crime. Policemen that I was working with asked me to photograph their weddings and their families, and I moved from shooting dead people to taking pictures of live people, and I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the interaction. So I moved from being a police photographer, because I knew I didn't want to be a policeman my whole life. I moved from being a police photographer into being an event photographer specializing in weddings. And with weddings, you know, low light is quite a big thing. You know, you're often in dark churches or dark venues where people are getting married. The reception, often, you know, dark situations there too, guests dancing. So, you know, in terms of being in that kind of situation, I became a bit of an expert when it came to shooting in low light. Just a quick plug, I have written a book on shooting in low light. It's called A Shot in the Dark. Shot in the Dark. It's a play on English words. There's a saying like a stab in the dark or a shot in the dark. It means you're just guessing.
It's like when I said you earlier, kind of.
Yes.
It's like the same spelling words.
That's it. Yeah. I have been exploring shooting in low light for a while now, and discovered the Neo, the Rotolight, and yeah, I mean, it's just the most amazing product. And to be here in Pinewood Studios, listening to Jason, as photographers, we're constantly growing and constantly learning. So for me to come and listen to another photographer and pick up some tips, just in terms of maybe the way he speaks to people or the lighting that he uses, is a privilege for me. And I really want to thank Rotolight for inviting me. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, nice. And what was the tip you got today from Jason?
Well,
do you want to share with us?
Well, I really like the way he took his backlight further away from the model, the kicker light, from behind the model. A lot of the times photographers have that light too close to the subject, and you can see that it's an artificial light. The further away he took it from the subject, the more natural it became. Yeah. And with that Rotolight, it does mimic ambient light, like natural light. Yeah. So that was a good tip for me. And then also using the gels that come with the light, putting the red gel on just to give a bit of a different ambiance to it. That was pretty cool as well.
So we did a live feed from this show, the first workshop. So if you want to see this, you can go back to the show. And it was, I think, the second part of the workshop.
Yes.
The second part.
The first part a bit more theory.
Yeah, more theory and the story about him. And the second part was more like a workshop and seeing how the products work. So it's really nice. Tell us about the products and Rotolight and you. What's your relationship with?
Well, I'm an ambassador for Rotolight in the Benelux area. For me, just being involved in the brand is a great privilege because you get to see what happens behind the scenes. There's feedback that comes from within the industry, so they're not a company that only care about making a specific product. They want to get the photographers involved, and my life has just been so amazing to think that I was a police photographer. Now I'm an advisor to a company that makes lighting for movie sets. Yeah. It's a bit of a surreal experience for me, but yeah, it's really nice to be involved in a company that cares about both sides of the industry. I mean, the workshops that are going on today as well, educating photographers, so it's not only about selling products, it's about uplifting the whole industry.
Yeah, especially educating them about continuous lighting.
Absolutely.
Because that's the kind of lighting you use in your weddings.
Yeah. Oh yes, without a doubt. You can't have lights that are intrusive, so being able to have lights that are continuous but giving you beautiful quality of light is really important as a wedding photographer. Skin tones are very important. Photojournalism doesn't really matter, your skin tones, but specifically with weddings and portraiture, skin tones are very, very important. And the fact that the Neo is a bicolor light enables me to change the white balance. With the you actually see the degrees Kelvin on the back of the so it's not really just a hit and miss. You can actually dial it right into the correct white balance, and it works. It's not a gimmick. It really works. It really works.
Nice. And you write books. You have one book. You said of
shooting in low light. Other books are really about wedding photography. So how to photograph weddings from beginning to end. I'm just busy with a project at the moment where I shot a really big wedding in Dubai. I'm off to deliver the albums to her. She's getting 15 albums, one for each bridesmaid, one for each groomsman, and I used the Rotolight on that wedding as well. So that will be coming out towards the end of July as an instructional video, as well as a book that I'm writing about that particular wedding.
And in your last book, is there some explaining about continuous lighting?
Absolutely, it's a lot to do with that. And it's not only it's not only about one specific. The book is not only about continuous lighting. It's about combining continuous lighting with perhaps strobes. So you don't have to have one or the other. You can mix the two together as well. So I talk about that. Yeah, there's a whole lot of different things that I do talk about, but it's not only flash, or it's not only strobes, or it's not only. So yeah, it's all.
It's the whole story. How you make the weddings or not? Is it only technical?
Shooting in the low light one, it's not really only about weddings. It's about weddings, fashion, portraiture, but it's technical, and it's obviously the practical elements to it as well, because I think photographers need to be taught in a language that they can understand. You don't want it, as much as the companies make those manuals, we don't really read them. So to see it in practice, I think is really important.
Yeah, more in the line of tutorials or videos of that. You give knowledge away in lessons in Creative Live, you said?
Yes. I was on Creative Live a couple of years ago. I teach all over the world. I'm doing a workshop in Johannesburg next week, and then I'm in London in August. I do stuff in Europe as well, and in France. I've done kinderportrait workshops in the Netherlands, in Amsterdam. I understand Dutch, but if I speak Dutch, dan is het een beetje grappig voor jou.
Een Nederlandse vraag misschien.
Oh my gosh, here we go.
Michiel zei, hi Brett, how's up buddy? Is nou in het Nederlands?
We gaan heel goed, Michiel.
Nice, ja.
Dankjewel.
Dus je verstaat het goed,
ja.
Maar praten is nog een iets niet hetzelfde.
Maar ik denk dat het is een confidence issue. Ik heb de woorden heel is daar, maar de oefeningen is een beetje.
Oefening baart kunst.
The problem with the Netherlands is that everyone speaks English so well.
Yeah.
So if I go and ask a question at a cafe or something, they can hear that I'm not from the Netherlands and they want to practice their English.
No, it's okay. It's okay for them. Where was I?
You were going to invite me to come and have a chat.
Yeah. Obscura Vrijdagvragen.
Yes.
If you want to come, it's nice.
Absolutely, I'd love to do that.
Who do you want to be on the table as well with you? Because we have normally 2 or 3 guests on the table.
Yes. Wow, you're putting me right on the spot there.
Yes, sorry.
No, that's okay. I mean, Michiel, I don't know if he's been there before.
He's been there before, but he can come.
Because he's actually got a chapter in my book.
Okay. Nice.
Because I photograph people.
We can ask him right now if you want. Michiel, are you gonna be with him in the Vrijdagvragen if you want? obscuraLIVE.
Yes.
That's way with he.
Let's see what he says. I'm sure he will. Yeah. Because I photograph people, and my book and the DVD is really about photographing people in low light. And then he just brought a different element to it with all his landscapes and his cityscapes. And I mean, that's so far out of my league that it was really nice to have him contribute to my book as well.
Nice. So
him, it'd be cool to have him.
Yeah. I think Michiel, would love to join you.
There we go.
I think it's okay. Yeah. I'm fully booked till June, so
that's
maybe
okay.
July or maybe over the summer.
That's absolutely fantastic.
That's okay.
Of course.
You're very much welcome.
Thank you. Well, thank you for what you do for the industry too. I do understand that for you this is just what you do, but the reach that you have and the concept that you have really facilitates image makers or image creators just to get together around the table and
do nice stuff and meet each other
and uplift the whole industry. I think that's a really important factor, that we as photographers really need to uplift the whole industry, because as a Chinese proverb says, a rising tide lifts all the boats. So if the whole industry can develop by sharing ideas, we're all in a better place for it. When we were shooting film, we used to keep our secrets to ourselves. We don't want to tell anyone. But with the digital revolution, information is it's everywhere. Yeah. So keeping information to ourselves is not going to help anyone.
No. That's one thing I want to do as well. I want to give information to the site, like like a creative life.
Yes, absolutely.
And be sort of a kind of knowledge bank for the Netherlands, you know, for the Europe thing. And only now for in the Dutch language, but maybe later in English or
you can do anything.
Yeah, you can do anything.
You can do anything, you know.
So yeah, you're welcome to come to the show if you want.
Thank you very much. I really would.
Did I miss the question that you want to answer?
I'm very happy. Yeah, I'm very thrilled to be here, and I'm very cool to.
Thanks, man. Thanks for the interview. Now, if you have some questions now, you can ask him because he's here. And I see no questions in the comments bar. That's how Friday questions work.
Okay.
So we get a comments bar, and they ask questions, and then we answer them.
All right.
You know? And that's like the whole thing we do on the Fridays. This is like it's on the spot, you know. It's now Thursday.
Yeah.
So everybody has to work or has no time. So maybe the viewers in the replay, they will see this.
Cool.
And they can ask questions, and maybe you can answer them in the.
Absolutely, I'd love to do that.
In the
Cool.
chat. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for this chat. And
thank you.
Thank you for watching.
Doei.
Till next time. Yeah. Doei. Adios. Nice.